Alright, time for that Grand Inquisitor kit reveal. The developer's insight was weird, so let's see what he's really all about. A calculating and relentless master of the Inquisitorious who specializes in dealing with Jedi. So basic. Pain can break anyone's Zeta. Ooh, he's like a fake GL. Zeta's on the basic. Hold on, let's see that again. Let's see, he just spins. That's a Zeta? Deal physical damage to target enemy. If all allies are Inquisitorious, inflict a stack of Purge, max 6, which can't be resisted. It says if they're all Inquisitorious. I would hope that you're putting him on an Inquisitorious team. That's stupid otherwise. Like, the whole point is he's the leader. Grand Inquisitor. Which can't be resisted. Reduce the target enemy's critical damage by 15%, stacking for 2 turns per attack, which can't be resisted. On Grand Inquisitor's turn, I guess A, if the enemy has at least 3 stacks of Purge at the end of turn, attack a second time, always scoring a critical hit if able. What does that mean? Always if able? How are you going to always do something if you're only able to do it? That's like the line from Anchorman. Oh, 60% of the time it works every time. B, I guess, if the enemy has 6 stacks of Purge at the start of the turn, attack a third time, dealing true damage instead, which can't be evaded. True damage, there you go. True damage is that ignores defense and all that, right? You're right to be afraid. CD equals 4. What is that supposed to mean? CD equals 4. Oh, cooldown. That's the basics, that there is no cooldown. That's this new guy. He does everything weird. Meathead does everything weird. So, both blades open and launch it. And hit everybody in the head. Final attacks. Dispel all debuffs on Inquisitorious allies and then equalize their current health and protection percentages. Deal physical damage to all enemies and inflict ability block and vulnerable for 1 turn to all enemies with Purge, which can't be resisted. What does vulnerable do? I don't know. For each enemy with Purge, Inquisitorious allies recover 4% health. Inquisitorious allies gain critical damage up for 2 turns. So you hurt them as well as get like a heal on yourself. The other thing is, does this have a Zeta? This doesn't have a Zeta, I don't think, but the basic did. It's kind of weird. Ready to Die, cooldown 6, and it has an omicron. Let's see that one more time. I was looking at the words. Okay, so he shows off with the spinning, then he kind of just casually hits you 3 times, and then spins on his way back. It's more just cool animations than anything that seems like it's gonna hurt. Well, Jedi Counselor is standing normal, and then he's like, oh, but Jedi Counselor sucks. Well, anyways, remove 100% turn meter from the target enemy, which can't be resisted, and deal physical damage. Then inflict torture for 1 turn, which can't be copied, dispelled, evaded, or resisted. Gain buffs for 2 turns based on the number of stacks of Purge on the target enemy. If you have 1 stack, Grand Inquisitor gains offense up for 2 turns. 2 stacks, he gains speed up for 2 turns. 3 stacks, tenacity up for 2 turns. 4 stacks, offense 5, speed up again. Oh, offense again. And 6, tenacity up. Now, if you have 6 stacks, does that mean you're getting all of that? So you're getting 2 stacks of tenacity up, 2... Oh, I see. Never mind. It's in Grand Inquisitor. And then it's the team. If you have 6 stacks, the whole team gains tenacity up. I see. Whoops. But regardless, if you have 3 stacks, then that means Grand Inquisitor has tenacity, speed, and offense, right? And if you have 6 stacks, then it means everything, right? The allies and Grand Inquisitor have all that? I would assume so, but it doesn't really explicitly say that. Anyhow, torture. Take bonus damage equal to 10% of this character's max health when damaged by an attack. Reduce defense by 10%, stacking max 50% for the rest of the encounter when damaged by an attack. Can't gain bonus turn meter. Okay, we saw that from the developer's insights. While in Territory Wars, the first time all enemies reach 6 stacks of Purge, this ability's cooldown is reset if this ability has not defeated an enemy. If the target enemy has 6 stacks of Purge and is not Jedi, inflict buff immunity for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, evaded, or prevented, or resisted. Jeez. If the target enemy has 6 stacks of Purge and is Jedi, instantly defeat them. Jedi enemies defeated this way can't be revived. Ooh, take that, Jolie. Leader, Master Inquisitorious, Zeta, and Omicron. Final text. Empire allies gain 20% max health and max protection and 10 speed. That's a stupid amount. If all allies are Inquisitorious at the start of battle, gain an additional 46% max health and max protection and 15 speed. What's up with 46? That's a very weird specific amount. Unless it adds to the 20%. Oh yeah, it says additional. Okay, 66. I get it. Or order 66. And 15 speeds. That puts you at 25. Still kind of stupid, but okay. And they are immune to ability block. Also, Grand Inquisitor gains defense penetration up and offense up for 2 turns, which can't be dispelled or prevented. It's only an up, though, for 2 turns. Like, I don't know if that's that juicy. Additionally, if all allies are Inquisitorious at the start of battle, whenever Purge is inflicted, Inquisitorious allies gain benefits based on the roll for the rest of the encounter, stacking max 200%. If they're attackers, they get plus 2% critical damage. Healers and supports, plus 2% potency. And tanks, plus 2% defense. Max 200%. And you start at 2%, so you gotta do it 100 times? Okay. If the enemy leader is a Jedi, Inquisitorious allies start the battle with buffs based on their roll for 1 turn. Attackers, they have advantage. Healers and supports, they have foresight. And tanks, taunt. While in territory wars, while Grand Inquisitor is alive, whenever an enemy loses Purge, they regain it at the end of their turn. On their turn, Inquisitorious allies can ignore taunt to target an enemy with 6 stacks of Purge. Huh. That's sort of cool. Not the sexiest, but it's kind of cool that you can ignore taunt if they have 6 stacks of Purge. Unique! Compassion leaves a trail. Zeta and Omicron. That's 2 Omicrons now. How many? 1, 2, that's 3 actually, right? Yeah. God dang, 3 Omicrons, it's ridiculous. Final text! For each Inquisitorious ally, enemies with Purge have minus 10% defense and minus 5 speed. If an enemy evades an Inquisitorious ally's attack, all other enemies take true damage and dispel foresight from themselves. The first time each enemy reaches 6 stacks of Purge, Grand Inquisitor takes a bonus turn and gains 10% critical avoidance, worthless, health steal, and offense, and 5 speed until the end of the encounter, stacking max 6. 5 speed, but it says max 6. What's that mean, 30? These bonuses are doubled if the enemy is Jedi. While in territory wars, whenever Jedi enemies with Purge gain protection up, they take damage equal to 25% of their max health at the end of that turn. This damage can't defeat enemies. If an enemy with 6 stacks of Purge were to reduce Grand Inquisitor to 1% health, he recovers 100% health and protection limit once per enemy. Once per enemy? Hold on a minute. Then that means he can just go on a rampage of keep coming back. Huh. They take damage equal to 20% of the max health on the turn. Damage can't defeat enemies. If an enemy with 6 stacks of Purge... Oh, it'll have to be 6 stacks, but still, it's once per enemy. I'm wondering if they took so long to reveal his, to release the kit reveal and all that because of this weird ability right here. How, if he's reduced to 1% health, he recovers 100% health and protection. Because of the show, Obi-Wan. How, what's her name, Reva killed him in episode 2. Killed with air quotes, even though you can't see me. And then he's back by the end of episode 5. So I wonder if that's why. They just wanted to have you have a little background as to why that could be a mechanic. Anyhow, finally, the last thing, Unit 2, Patience. Final text. At the start of battle, if all allies, minimum 3, are Inquisitorious, this character gains 20% max health, max protection, and potency. Inflict all enemies with a stack of purge at the start of the encounter, which can't be evaded or resisted. Whenever an enemy damages this character with an attack while attacking out of turn, that enemy gains a stack of purge, max 6, which can't be evaded or resisted. You know, they say this is supposed to be, that the Inquisitors are anti-Jedi, but that right there sounds pretty solid against rebels. Think about a CLS team. They're always attacking out of turn, so they'd be loading up on purges. Anyhow, when purge is consumed or dispelled on an enemy, this character gains 3% turn meter. Wow, so much. So how many moves overall does this guy have? 1, 2, 3, leader, but still. 4, 5, and then the basic 6. So he's got 6 moves in his kit. Well, he's really only got 3 moves. These 3 are actually moves. And then you got a leader ability. And then you got these uniques. And yeah. That's cool and all, but tell us the stats. I don't know what that means. The Grand Inquisitor. Not impressed. Real ones remember the truth. Mid. What? Anyways. Okay, refund. Use this character, use this faction. Edit. You do realize that 3 years ago, gas accomplishes the same. And not just in territory war for 3 omicrons. Blimey. When is this nonsense of writing a book for a kit is going to end? The whole Harry Potter saga has less pages than this. Hey, don't complain. I like this because it helps me make a video. What are they supposed to do instead? Make videos themselves? Well, then that puts me out of content. Not OP, thank God. Time will tell if he kills JMK plus Cat. Don't think so. I don't think he will either. It said as long as you don't have a lifter, whatever that means. So, yeah. If you have Cat, you're probably good. OT tunes now. No more Inquisitor tunes, please. Not seeing the magic. Inquisitors remain as a C or B grade team, in my opinion. Yeah, they're definitely like a D. You went too high. Like I said, actually, did I say it in this one? I think I might have said it in the Developers Insights video, where I said that they're like Phoenix. No, it might have been this video. I don't know. They're like Phoenix, but kind of worse. At least you have Ezra and the Phoenix Squad and Zeb that can put up some fair damage. And even the tanks, their uniques are decent to help with the team as a whole. You know, the tanks being Chopper and Kanan. But these Inquisitors just suck. Still a trash fire of a team. Way to go, devs. Please give us more content to use trash fire team. Thank you. Hi, Meathead. Where is the line forming for the restitution? This is ridiculous. Who would even want a tune like this? GL Jedis without their lifter tunes don't even exist. Jedi Master Luke never goes on defense. I wouldn't put it past them to not know how their own tunes function. But this guy was obsolete years ago. This guy was obsolete years ago. What are they talking about? Are they talking about Grand Inquisitor? Or are they talking about Meathead? Like I said, Gas already does this. I don't know why all of a sudden the power creep stopped with JMK and nothing will ever top him. Oh, I see what they're saying. Actually, this guy was obsolete years ago. I don't know. They're just saying his kit sucks. Like he's already been bested years ago, and here they are making a character that is new and already worthless out the gate. No wonder you guys waited until the last possible second to release this kit. He is straight trash. That's true, too, because, you know, they wanted to bait everyone. They wanted everybody to waste their money on getting the Inquisitors beefed up, which they suck. But they wanted everybody, especially the whales and krakens, to do it because, oh, you're going to need these for the Grand Inquisitor. And everyone was thinking, alright, the Grand Inquisitor is going to be sick, and he's kind of not. He is the entire concept of polishing a ball of crap. The crap being the entire Inquisitor faction. And then they're still crap. Way to go, CG. Way to go. This wasn't worth the 6-month tease. No, it wasn't. I mean, everybody's hating hard on this kit. At the end of the day, well, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to defend it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not going to do what they're intending for it to do. He's not going to be any kind of Jedi killing god. It's still all about stupid purges. It still sucks. The Inquisitorious faction still sucks. But, I mean, it's not that bad either. Like, I'm surely not going to go rushing out to try to get the Grand Inquisitor. If anything, my next character I want to do would be Starkiller. Not this guy. But still, I mean, if you've put all the work in to get those Grand Inquisitors, then at least, you know, I mean, Grand Inquisitors, get all the other Inquisitors beefed up and stuff, then, yeah, at least having him is semi-worth it. I mean, he's got to have a better leader ability than any of the other idiots and stuff, you know? But still, like these people say, I mean, it's not that great. I mean, I guess the problem is this is kind of like CG's version, or hold on, this is a CG The Last Jedi. You know, we thought Last Jedi was going to be sick. You're going to have Grandmaster Luke in it, and, oh man, this is going to be so awesome. And then you got a complete piece of crap trash movie, and it was like, what is this? And that's kind of like what we think is going on here. We thought Grand Inquisitor was going to bring the whole team together and just, you know, there was theories floating around, like, that it would make it so that everybody's leader ability is active at the same time when the Grand Inquisitors are around. Hence why every Inquisitor has a leader. But nope, this doesn't happen. And yeah, I don't know. So that's the problem with why everybody's upset. And yeah, the tease was ridiculous. So they made us wait forever just to get this. Designed to beat Jedi GLs without their lifter characters. So, Jedi Master Luke. Yeah, we see that tons of times in Defense and Territory War. This kit resonates with me so much because I'm also burnt out. Oh, that's the other thing too. Grand Inquisitor is really only quote-unquote good in Territory War. It's all about his stupid omicrons. He needs 3 dang omicrons, and that's the only way that he's decent, is if he's omicroned up. And for Territory Wars, the stupidest game mode to waste Omicrons on. You're going to waste 3 Omicrons on one character for Territory Wars, and that's the only way to make him as best as he can be. Otherwise, yeah, he's super mid when he's not in Territory Wars. Actually, he does suck now that I'm really thinking about it. Because he's basic as F when he's not in Territory Wars. Territory Wars is where he shines, but even then it's just like, kind of shiny. It's like, hey, I found a diamond. Oh, it's going to take a long time to polish that thing up. Yeah, I know. Anyhow, a character and release as bad as each other. Not countering Kenobi Cat, or designed not to, is a massive mistake with his kit. That only makes the team worth the farm at the top 1% of guilds that require him. At least after the release, the slow drip of Inquisitors will be done, so we don't have to wait for the faction to be useful, as we know they will only be conditionally 4 times a month. Yeah, I don't know what any of that says. It's a whole lot of words to say nothing. Did Kamala write that? CG needs to be more specific on what Jedi it counters before releasing it. The lack of communication, and then the sudden clause added, i.e. without Liftertoon's cat, is just another example of a CG bait and switch. Everyone that wailed these Inquisitors was expecting a JMK counter, and obviously 90% of JMK have cat. Top guilds, 100% are using cat. Awesome work in helping not spend anymore. So, why are we supposed to be excited? Hey, Enyaq Solomon, I think that guy used to be in my guild. I have waited years for an Inquisitor team, and this is what you give us? A terrible team with no good use whatsoever. Awful. I know. Kind of feel the same way. I always thought Inquisitors were kind of cool, because I've had a figurine, a little statue, I don't know, he's like a foot tall. I've had him just hanging out in my living room, and, oddly enough, I also have Kanan on the other side. But I always thought Inquisitors were kind of cool. They got cool lightsabers. They got cool potential and stuff. I don't know. And, yeah. I wouldn't say I've waited, but I always thought it'd be cool if they added them. And now they did, but they suck. They made them terrible. Horrible. Well, this is not beating GL Jedi. Still getting him because he's one of my favorite characters ever. Omicrons are supposed to change your team drastically. Only the leader Omicron I could see being useful. The others are Terrible. So the Inquisitors don't get their 5 leaders team? Then what's wait, what? Then what's all about the Omicrons? I am confused. Yeah, I don't even know what you're trying to say here, so I don't know how to speak to that. One shot from Cat and he's dead. I don't have Cat yet, so I don't really know what her kit's all about. But one shot and he's dead? Apparently she's got some good OP move. Even without Cat, JMK cannot get Purge because he always has protection up, therefore he can't be insta-killed. I realize he's just a journey character, but you advertised he can kill GLs. Unless he can do 200k on a basic, this character is the same, if not worse, than the other Inquisitors. At this point, either they need to pull the plug on this game or get new management. Okay, a couple things to say here. One, he's definitely the same as the other Inquisitors, just as worthless. I wouldn't say he's worse, definitely just the same. It's just his stupid Omicrons in one crappy territory territory. I was gonna say game mode, which is Territory Wars, is where he shines a little bit. Potentially. It's not even a guaranteed shine. But, yeah. But then it says at this point they need to pull the plug on this game or get new management. They just need new management. It's all about the management. If they get the right people in there that were supporting the community and actually listened to what people said and actually showed love to the game like we show love to it and to Star Wars in general, then yeah, you'd have an awesome game and it would be going great. Kind of like in the beginning. Think how it was in the beginning. It wasn't all about money. It was actually supported and all this, and now you just got idiots. I mean, look at the guy we have now. We have Meathead, he's not even a permanent thing. It's just Doja left, and so they got him as like a temporary fix. But obviously he's not putting his heart into it because this is temporary, so he don't care. He's just filling in. He's a substitute teacher, you know? It's not his class. He don't care. Wow, I seriously don't know why I even considered gearing up this junk team. I think I will stop before I go too far. Rogue Akbar is a much better character than this entire faction. Sad. I mean, I wouldn't consider beefing them up at all. I don't care. Even for Grand Inquisitor, they suck. Like I said, my goal would be to work on the characters for Starkiller, because one, at least Starkiller is pretty good, and two, some of the characters needed to get Starkiller can be decent within their own proper faction. Like Kyle Katarn, from what I understand, works great under a Mon Mothma lead. So there you go. The Grand Inquisitors, the Inquisitorious faction, they just suck in general. Doesn't you can't put them under anybody and make them good. They always suck. Waited 6 months for this garbage. Yep. Well, it's lore accurate. They are still useless. 2 Omicrons for maybe a gas counter. It's not even a GL. If only they can block the second special and won't go off. Sad kit. If only they can block the second special and won't go off. Sad kit. What? I don't know what that means. So all 5 of the regular Inquisitors have leader abilities with Omicrons. Why? And this very obvious anti-Jedi team that was originally teased as taking on GLs can't beat one of the GLs even with Omicrons unless it's a subpar build. It might actually have been less insulting if they had just named one of the Grand Inquisitor's Omicron abilities. Shut up and give us your money. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much impractical. First, Territory Wars is stupid. Second, they said without a lifter, but everybody puts a lifter. Jeez, I was looking through the top 50 players in my arena shard or whatever you call it, and most of them were Kenobi. Like 45 out of the 50 were Kenobi. There was a couple there was one Jedi Master Luke, and there was a couple Lord Vader sprinkled in there. But anyhow, all the JMK squads had him as the lead, and then I don't know what I was talking about. I'm tired. I'm kind of falling asleep over here. But yeah, I didn't know that the Inquisitors all had Omicrons. I mean, I would have done all their kit reveals and stuff. But I didn't realize that. That's kind of crappy, too. You're going to go through and put all the Omicrons on their leader abilities just for nothing? That's a waste of Omicrons. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So the top 50 in my arena, they all have gas. I mean, Jedi Master Kenobi, and they all had gas. Both Ahsoka's, well, Ahsoka regular and Cat, and who the heck was the other character in the slot? That's 4. I don't know, but still, they all had Cat, and I was like, I don't know what Cat's all about. I don't have her yet, and I also don't have Kenobi yet, so I don't know what he's all about. But clearly, they must do something together. That's why everybody in the top 50 has them. So you're making a worthless territory war specific kit that's an omicron that's only good if JMK isn't with Cat. Well, clearly that just doesn't happen, so that's pretty stupid. Anyhow, yeah, there's the Grand Inquisitor. He kind of sucks, just like the rest of his squad. I guess you shouldn't have expected any more, because, you know, when the rest of them suck, why would he be god tier out of nowhere? I guess it's just because all the lies that they're feeding us, though, you know, they're going to be so good against Jedi and this and that, but, yeah, I guess that is all they have for us, which also means that's all I have, so until next time, I said see ya.